What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to this video. And this is a video for my journal, YouTube. And yeah, I thought I would just make this video. I'm gonna make other videos. This channel is probably gonna turn into just my personal life and my personal story and the things I'm going through. I'm probably gonna make motivational videos about distractions, because that's what's been on my mind. There's so many distractions out there. It's especially your mind goes wheres it gets distracted. Anybody watching this video is going to know what that means. But I've been YouTube, so a little bit about me. I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a musician, I'm a martial artist. I guess I'd consider myself a fitness enthusiast. I'm a spiritual guy. So this channel is going to be basically just how to get rid of distractions in your life so you can live life to your fullest and be a polymath or be a rainmaker. What is the definition of rainmaker? Let me look up. So a rainmaker, there's different meanings for different categories. But I guess just in general, like making it rain, whether it's getting in shape, whether it's starting a business, getting clients. Like, I've pretty much figured out how to do everything. I don't say this to brag. I figured out mastery when I mastered the guitar and the martial arts. When you master one thing, you master everything. But like, I've studied relationships, I've studied business, I've studied guitar, studied health, and I'm not perfect at any of these things, but you don't need to be perfect. What you need to do is get rid of the distractions and just take some actions. Can I circa 2026 that? Get rid of the distractions and take the actions, and that's why I'm gonna probably turn this into a motivational video. I've also got 1,200 licks, because I'm a guitar player, that I wrote on the guitar or the piano, and I've turned those into songs using Suno, and I'm gonna make those into like classical pieces, and then I'm gonna probably like get all motivational with that, and I'll probably post like often, and do that. But this is my journal for everything I've gone through and everything I'm gonna go through. So I'll tell you some stories. My boring life. It's not boring, because I believe you got to be a hero. So, and that's another thing. Like, I'm trying to figure out how to get my music listened to, and maybe if you like me as a person here on YouTube, you'll listen to my music. All the songs I've released that I'm releasing now are in Japanese, but I'm gonna do English versions. It just takes a lot of time and work. You have to do the artwork. You have to schedule the release. I spent hundreds of hours using AI tools. I know how to use softwares. I know how to run ads. I know how to make ads. I've made over 1,000 videos, short form videos. This YouTube long form is different. I spent several hours working out and staying in shape. I've studied music for 10,000 plus hours, probably 2 or 3 hours playing and singing piano, probably at least close to 10,000 hours playing guitar. I spent thousands of hours studying relationships and psychology. Yeah. If you're interested in that stuff, I'm going to talk about it here. So you should like, subscribe, and comment. It helps the channel out. I'm about to lift some weights and work out, because it's a habit. And my trick, if you want the trick for working out, and I'm not saying to do this, but there's some things called pre-workouts. So what I do is I drink a pre-workout, and when I drink the pre-workout, I have to work out. There's no escaping working out. Even if I wait 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour. What I used to do when I was first going to the gym, because I was terrified of going to the gym, and by the way, fear will stop you when you do anything. Again, this is a motivational channel to get you out of your own way, and I think I'm pretty good at motivating and simplifying things. But you need to know it. What moves you go, like, you just got to go in there and you got to know what you're going to do. You got to have a plan of action. I don't like planning, by the way, because nothing ever goes according to plan, which is why I don't like plans. But I generally have a plan, but following instructions of the plan. I have a destination, a target, but when it comes to like following directions, I'm terrible at that. So if you're here about following directions and you want like specific things, all of it's distraction from taking action. That's what I've found, and I realized last night, and I already knew this. But like all the thoughts you have in your head and your opinions about things, it just gets in the way of taking action. And everything, the universe is trying to stop you. It's trying to test you from taking action on it. Like if you want to get good at guitar, you just pick up the guitar and start playing. You want to get in shape, you just pick up the weights and you start working out. My trick is to drink the pre-workout, and then I work out, and then my reward, so this is the habit loop. You have a routine and you build a habit, you have to create my reward is stretching, which sounds ridiculous, but that's my reward. And also I get to eat basically everything, not anything that I want, but I get to eat sugar and stuff when I work out. And if I know when I don't work out and I eat sugar, it's not good. So, and my reward is being in shape. The thing about fitness, for example, is like, it's like showing off without showing off. So if you're a little bit out of shape, I've been there. I have pictures. I'd have to dig for the pictures. The guitar, I get to get up on stage and I get to play crazy stuff and make faces and be entertained and impress people. And how do you just pick up the guitar and start playing? If the martial arts, you show up at the dojo and you start practicing. Business, you create a website and you start learning SEO if it's local. If it's nowadays, 2026, I started about 10 years ago in 2016, so Google, and I still get leads locally. You get on the camera and you start shooting videos like I'm doing right now. If you want to release your music, what do? You record your music and you start releasing it. If you want to build a YouTube channel, you start posting the videos, which I already talked about. Health, wealth, you want to make money, start a business is probably your best route, unless you want to work for somebody else, in which case you have to acquire the skills or get your degree. You go to school. You don't have the money to go to school, you find a job, you just do it. Relationships. You start calling people or you start talking to people. And if it's dating, now you have the dating apps. So I haven't been on the dating apps forever. I'm not in a place personally there was a time where I was chasing relationships, and then I realized because I have unlocked ultimate confidence. And I don't say, well, not ultimate confidence, but when I mastered the guitar, for example, this is like 2019, I have a level of, I know something, I have within me something that nobody can ever take away. They can take away all your money, they can take away all your stuff. I mean, but the guitar, I'm good at that, and I figure it out. The mindset and the mastery to achieve anything. So when it comes to relationships and talking to people, a lot of it is you're not confident in who you are. Do you go and approach people who might have higher perceived value than you, or whatever it is, right? Like, so say you're trying to make friends, and you go up and talk to them and you're all nervous and stuff. Like, I got to be careful of what I say. But like, I have no fear talking to people if I wanted to talk to somebody. Like, and especially when it goes to networking and going to those things. I'm an introvert, by the way, so I've learned how to become extroverted. But yeah, going to the bars or going to these network events and stuff, like I can turn it on, and I've done it before, and I know how to be an entertainer, I guess you could say. That's what I do on stage. But what I found as an introvert is I need deep conversation, and about only 30% of people can give me that deep conversation usually, because I don't like talking about generic stuff too much. And but I can talk to you guys, and maybe you'll learn something from me, maybe you won't, maybe you hate me, maybe you don't. And that's another thing I've learned over the last 2 or 3 years doing videos, because I've been trying to build distribution for my products and my services, and probably have a link somewhere if you want coaching on your mindset or mastery, or to get the distractions out of your life, or you want to talk to somebody. It's not a therapist. I'm not a therapist, by the way. I think what people need is it's good to talk to people, but I'm a coach or a mentor and a trainer and a teacher. So like when you go to see like somebody else for whatever it is, really what I think most people need is just to get rid of the distractions, because whatever it is, and I know distractions is a broad term, and make sure this video is not going too long. Probably like, this guy's got a headband on, his hair is crazy, he looks like, but like all of this, the past, it's all, and I've been saying this to me because I'm really trying to, because I forgot this, because I've been so locked into the stressful things I'm going through right now, because I'm in a pretty dark hour, as they say, but I'm not quitting. And I have to make, I can't say not to quit anymore on this channel, because it's just assumed by the sign there. So I need to find ways to say don't quit. I told myself I need to do that too, but everything's a distraction. When something you get triggered, or if you have trauma, I have plenty of trauma and I have plenty of triggers. It's all a distraction. And if you can remember, it's a distraction. You're distracting yourself too, because you're trying to block out your thoughts. And most people can't be alone with their thoughts 30 minutes. But you have to remember, it's a distraction. It's distracting you from doing the things you know you need to do, because it's putting you outside of your comfort zone. It's exposing you to new things that you're not aware of. And by the way, here's how you learn. Unconscious incompetence, when you don't realize you suck at something. And then step 2 is you realize you suck at something. And this is very hard for people, when you realize you suck at something, and that's why so many people quit, is when it gets hard, it's a process from realizing you suck at something to be like, oh, I'm getting pretty good at this. And that journey can be very painful. And that's why I'm going to be making these motivational videos and these diary journals, and just doing a video a day. And I shot like probably 20, 30 hours of videos in the last month. I got for my other channel, for the guitar stuff and the music stuff, I've shot lots of videos, and I'm getting comfortable talking up front of camera, but I've talked in front of camera all the time, and I need to learn. There's things that I have to learn. I have to learn theory, like taking up the frame, and I have to get better at my storytelling, which I'm working on. My intros, my storytelling, telling you who I am, in case you're new to the channel. I didn't say that in this video. But yeah, I'm gonna start lifting some weights, and you can do anything you put your mind to. And just the distractions, you can't let the distractions distract you. So I'm gonna have a probably pretty good time doing these motivational videos, and what I can do is I'll take I'll probably record just the audio, and I'll get to like yell and stuff like I was a coach or something, which I don't get to do on these videos. And it's gonna be a lot of fun for me to do these motivational videos. And because I've arrived. I mean, I'm not 100%, I'm so close. I can generate income for myself. I've worked with clients, but it's very long, and all I can do is laugh, because all the trauma, and that's another thing, Pete, you need to laugh, because sometimes you just need to have a good laugh. I don't know if anybody else has ever had that, where life just gets so stressful, you just start laughing. Has that ever happened to anyone? I'm sure that's happened to somebody out there watching this, but it just gets, it's like a mechanism inside of us to make sure we don't explode. Oh yeah, I'm so close to getting to a point. Once I figure out this YouTube stuff in my funnel, which I know the software, I know how to do emails, but it's a process that's taken me decades, years, and you guys can start building it too. Whatever it is you want to do, you can do it, but it's going to be hard, and most people are going to give up when the hard gets going. So don't give up when the hard gets going. And if you want to work with me, there should be a link, or you can work with me if you want to do some coaching. I'm going to do sprints. More than likely, I'm going to do sprints for this, where you have a goal and then you just do the action and do the work. Because if it's anything you needed to do, and say it's like you wanted to learn how to paint, right? Or whatever. That's just one example. I want to learn how to paint. If I spend 30 hours a week doing that, and I do that for 6 weeks, or 20 hours even, because this is like 4 hour, like 3 to 4 hours a day is something you're passionate about, and being in, like, getting accountable for 3 to 4 hours of working on it. Like, if you put 20 hours times 6 to 8 weeks, let's say 6 weeks, 20 hours times 6 weeks is what? 20 times 6 is 120 hours. If you put 120 hours in something, you're going to make a dent for sure. You're going to make a dent for sure. So that's what this sort of channel is going to be going about, and I'm going to shoot these videos, and I'm going to have to come up with headlines and thumbnails, which is another thing I'm working on with the YouTube channel. So yeah, if you guys like this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. This is kind of fun. I'm looking forward to doing more of these. Till next time, go out there, make it happen.